So our next class subject is Wendigos. Many of you probably heard the legend of Wendigos. Maybe not. They're similar to skinwalkers. They're handled differently though. They're a relative to the skinwalkers as far as our intel goes. But when you actually get out there in the field and you start hunting these things, your understanding of how to deal with them will vary. So, how do you handle Wendigos? Good question. Why don't you listen to this little piece here, and it'll tell you all the information you know about Wendigos, their strengths and weaknesses, how to best approach them and handle them in combat. Pay attention. You might learn a thing too.
Demonology Studies and Devil Hunting 101 Class Number 02. Wendigo's Strengths and Weaknesses. The Wendigo, or Wendigo, from Algonquin folklore is a terrifying and powerful malevolent spirit associated with winter, famine, and cannibalism. Despite its immense strength and supernatural nature, it possesses several critical weaknesses rooted in the very traditions that created it. Fire. This is the Wendigo's most prominent and universally cited weakness. As a creature of the unforgiving, frozen north, fire is its absolute antithesis. It is believed to be the only reliable way to destroy a Wendigo completely. Its withered, desiccated flesh is said to be highly flammable. Silver. Similar to many other malevolent supernatural beings in folklore, a Wendigo can be harmed or killed by weapons made of silver. A silver bullet or a blade forged from silver is often the only thing that can physically pierce its hide and inflict a mortal wound. The heart. In many traditions, the Wendigo's heart is its weak point. Destroying the heart, either by piercing it with a silver weapon or by cutting it out and burning it, is said to be the only way to ensure the creature stays dead. Some tales describe the heart as being made of ice. Shamanistic and spiritual power. Wendigos are spiritual beings, and therefore vulnerable to spiritual power. A powerful shaman or medicine man can perform specific rituals and ceremonies to banish a Wendigo, protect a community from it, or even destroy it. This often involves invoking higher spirits, using sacred herbs, and employing ancient knowledge. Starvation. This is a more conceptual weakness. A Wendigo is the embodiment of insatiable, gluttonous hunger. It can never be satisfied. This eternal hunger is also its torment and can potentially be used against it, as it is driven by an unending need that can never be fulfilled. Melted ice. Extreme heat. As a creature of the deep winter, a sudden thaw or being exposed to extreme heat can weaken it significantly. This ties back to its primary weakness of fire, but extends to natural warmth as well. Some legends claim that when the ice melts in the spring, the Wendigo's power wanes or it is forced to retreat to frozen, northern realms. The Wendigo serves as a powerful cautionary tale in Algonquin culture, warning against the taboos of cannibalism and greed. Its weaknesses represent the triumph of human spirit, community, and the life-giving forces of fire and warmth over the desolation of winter and the corruption of the soul. Main strengths and weaknesses of a Wendigo. Strengths. Superhuman physical attributes. Wendigos possess incredible strength, capable of overpowering and dismembering humans with ease. They also exhibit extreme speed and agility, able to move with unnatural quickness despite the gaunt appearance. Enhanced senses. They have heightened hearing and a keen sense of smell that allows them to track prey over vast distances, even through harsh weather conditions. Supernatural stealth. Wendigos can move almost silently through forests and are exceptionally skilled at camouflage, making them nearly invisible in their natural woodland environment. Immortality. Wendigos are essentially immortal and cannot die of natural causes or age. They can withstand severe injuries that would be fatal to humans. Weather influence. They are believed to have the ability to influence weather, particularly cold temperatures and winter storms, which they use to their advantage when hunting. Psychological manipulation. Wendigos can mimic human voices to lure victims to their doom, creating a sense of false security before attacking. Supernatural endurance. They feel little to no pain and can continue fighting despite grievous injuries. They also don't require rest in the way humans do. Main weaknesses. Fire vulnerability. Fire is the most effective weapon against a Wendigo and is one of the few things that can permanently kill them. They have an instinctual fear of flames. Heart destruction. According to some legends, destroying the Wendigo's heart, often encased in ice, will kill the creature. Silver sensitivity. In some folklore traditions, Wendigos are vulnerable to silver weapons, which can harm or kill them. Shamanistic magic. Powerful shamans or medicine people with knowledge of specific rituals can sometimes banish or contain Wendigos. Geographic limitation. Wendigos are typically bound to the forests and cold regions where they originated, limiting their range of influence. Insatiable hunger. The constant craving for human flesh can drive them to reckless behavior, making them predictable in their hunt for food. Limited numbers. Since Wendigos are transformed humans rather than a species that reproduces naturally, their population remains limited to those who have resorted to cannibalism in desperate situations. The Wendigo originates from Algonquin folklore, particularly among the Ojibwe, Cree, and other First Nations peoples of the northern United States and Canada. These creatures were believed to be malevolent spirits associated with winter, starvation, and cannibalism. According to legend, humans who resorted to cannibalism to survive could transform into Wendigos, becoming cursed to forever crave human flesh.
What have we learned so far? We learned that Wendigos are extremely receptive to flame and silver. Now, silver weapons, silver bullets, silver nitrate shotgun shells, incendiary grenades, flame rounds. These are the kinds of things we'll be using when hunting Wendigos. And one thing we also know is that to capture their victims, their prey, alive, and store them away for long periods of time where they hibernate. So, we know that they like to hibernate underground, sometimes in abandoned mine shafts. And unlike the relatives of Skinwalker, they can easily be killed, but they can easily kill you just as much. So, you gotta watch your ass from hunting Wendigos. They're very smart. Sometimes they can mimic a person that's in dire need of help. Sometimes they'll cry out for help. You go to that cry, it's your ass. Remember that.
They can sound like loved ones.
Oh yeah, the pros has got a point. They can sound like your loved ones too.
I don't believe them.
No.
They can even look and to fool you to try to appear like them too.
Wendigos, they tend not to look. They tend not to look like human beings. They tend to look more monstrous. And they don't pass as human beings very easily. That's vampires, werewolves, and shit you're thinking of. But when it comes down to Wendigos are more found in the forest and mountain type areas.
What do they look like?
They look like creatures in a fucking black lagoon. They look fucking pretty fucking scary.
Features in the head.
They have elongated arms, elongated
Are those skinwalkers?
No, that's skinwalkers. Skinwalkers are different. Wendigos, they don't tend to have hair on them. And they have a very pale complexion and sunken skin. So, they tend to not look very human over the time period of them consuming human flesh. You gotta remember, they originally started off as a cannibal. Oftentimes, they were a person that was forced to eat human flesh to survive. It wasn't their choice, but they had to do so nonetheless.
Wendigos? Oh yeah, they look like humans.
They don't look like humans, no.
They're just a white hair kid.
Yeah, no, they don't white hair. Sometimes they're most likely bald, without hair.
Okay.
Sucking skin. Elongated arms, elongated
It
legs.
looks like all.
Pretty much look like fucking Gollum. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Keep that all in mind. Bear it all in mind when you review this piece later. And we'll be back with more. Next time we come back, on our next episode, we'll be taking a look at skinwalkers, I think. I mean, I may or may not be correct on that, but we'll find out. You were locked right here at the academy. You'll learn much.